Hello everybody. It is Monday. It is now, 8:45. I have started a mission or a goal of having a live stream every Monday here on my channel. Because one, I like to talk to the community. Second, it gives me an opportunity to talk about things that I normally wouldn't talk about in the other videos that I make. And this is just a fun thing to do. Get to know each other, hang out, have fun, talk about the local, well not local, but the most recent news and running maybe, but so many things. Anyways, before we get into that, let me talk about a little bit about who I am. I'm still learning this platform, so be patient with me, but who am I? I am Anthony Bailey. I live here in the Antelope Valley, which is about an hour and a half north of Los Angeles. But most of my running that I do is in the Los Angeles area. I like to focus on the Los Angeles running community. I think it's amazing. I have so much fun with it. I have so many friends and family there, not friends, but both friends that have become family. And I just think the Los Angeles running community is so fantastic. And I want to do my best to share that and also share my own journey, and how running has helped me live my best life. So, how did that happen? Well, let's see. Let's go way back to about 2012, I guess. So 2012, I decided, after 15 years of being an alcoholic and a smoker, and my whole life just revolved around drinking, smoking, and of course I had a job and I had a son, and I was able to support him, and I had my own little apartment and all that stuff. But after 15 years of pretty much living in a bottle, my whole life revolved around clubs, drinking, hangovers, negative outlooks, being very cynical. And I decided, you know what? I don't know what happened. Is like, I think I was sitting on my porch having a cigarette one night, and it just like clicked. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been 15 years of my adult life, and I haven't accomplished anything noteworthy. My upbringing was very negative. I grew up in a very toxic household, a lot of mental and physical abuse as a child, and so alcohol actually helped me cope with that. Well, looking back, it didn't really help me. It was actually more of just I guess that's how I coped with it, was through alcohol. And being numb and not facing what I had to face through the trauma that I dealt with as a kid. So yeah, that was 2012, and it clicked. I'm like, okay, things need to change. I haven't accomplished anything in my life, again, noteworthy. And I said, I need to change things. So I started slowly getting into health and fitness a little bit, and I started going to the bars less. I went to church a little bit. I'm not a religious person, but back then I found church to be a very positive place for me to go to try to change my outlook. Because like I said, I was very cynical, very mad at the world, and I just started making positive changes. And to me, at the same time, I said, I'm going to start finding love. Like I said, I had a son from a previous relationship, and all the relationships I had before that never worked because, my main focus was alcohol and cigarettes and partying and all that stuff. So of course, who would want to be with me? So yeah, I said, I need to find somebody because I didn't want to be alone. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm alone. If something happened to tomorrow, nobody would be there to take care of me. It would just be, it would be a lonely experience. So I started taking the dating life serious, started looking for someone that might be a good partner, and I started getting back in the online dating scene again. And that's when I found my wonderful wife, Jen. If you see back there, you'll see that little thing right there. That's our little marriage sand. We combined our families in 2017, and that's our little combination sand thing. Anyways, when I met her, I was still drinking and smoking a little bit, and when I met her, she's like, okay, as long as you don't do it in front of me, I'm okay. Well, 6 months later, she found my ashtray in the sink when she came over for Mother's Day, and she's like, hey, it's either me or the cigarettes, kind of thing, kind of like an ultimatum. And from that day, I just cut it all. I said, I'm not going to let this wonderful person not be in my life. And so I cut alcohol, cut cigarettes, cold turkey. And it was like a rocket boost. Even though I was kind of still diving into the self improvement thing, I realized with her support, it just rocket boost. And I started really diving into health and fitness, really my personal goals, trying to become a better leader. And then after getting really, I know this is a dragged out story. I'm sorry about that. But if you're watching, I appreciate it. Yeah, I started getting my self-confidence back. I'm like, oh my gosh, what can I do? So I decided to apply for the police department. I always thought that would be an awesome career to have. I have a lot of trauma in my past. I thought, you know what, I can help somebody going through the same thing as a police officer. And I went full blown into it. And my girlfriend, my fiance at the time, Jen, she was fully on board, supportive, and I did that for the next about a year or so. I just applied for everything I can, made it. I passed numerous tests, and which was a shock to me because I never thought I could ever pass a police exam or a police physical fitness test or anything, and I did. And but then 9 months into LAPD, which was the one I was really the most passionate about, they said thanks but no thanks. And I was so devastated. Oh my gosh, I could not tell you how devastated I was. I thought that was my goal, my path, my journey in life. That was that was meant for me. And that moment was devastating for me, heartbreaking. And so a friend of mine said, hey, why don't you do a marathon? You did all this running to prepare for the academy. You have all these miles underneath you. Do a marathon. And I go, oh my gosh, a marathon? Yeah, sure. That's for like elite athletes. Why the heck would I do that? But I looked into it and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I signed up for the 2017 LA Marathon. And I got to tell you, folks, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. My only goal for that was to just run the whole thing. And that's what I did. I ran the entire 26.2 miles. Never thought I could ever do that. It wasn't the fast. I think I did it like a 4:32 or something, which I would love to have that time now. But it was just it was a wake up call. It's like when I crossed that finish line, I realized it's like I shed the skin of the person I used to be. And I like, if I could do this, what else can I do? And that led to, fast forward to what today. I've done 10 marathons. I'm an LA Marathon ambassador, as you see this, one of my favorite shirts. I'm an ambassador for for the race that started it all. I'm very passionate about the LA Marathon. I love it so much. And, started the nonprofit for that. It's called Run for Grace. My wife and I, it's a nonprofit. We started to help those that need through running because we both love running and we hope, why not help people through what we love doing? So that's the nonprofit. And it running just changed my life immensely. It's such a positive way. I have so many great family and friends from it. I call my friends my family because, hey, my running community is my family. I love them. So yeah, that's me. And that's what had me start this channel basically, because I want to help others live their best life through running, much like my wife and I do. My wife has her own channel. It's called BSG Athlete. She has her own journey. She lost 100 pounds through the BSG surgery. And if you want to follow her, head over to BSG Athlete. But yeah, these are two completely different channels. But anyways, that's my story, and that's who I am. Let's see who's here now. We got Bev. Bev is from France. Thank you for being here, Bev. I met her through from Dev Runner, actually. He's another running channel. Go check him out, Dev Runner. But thank you for joining, Bev from France. What time is it over there anyway? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I know this was a last minute thing. I didn't announce this. First off, life's super busy. I'm a family man. I'm a father. I have kids. I have a wife. I have my own business. I just started a year ago, so that's super busy. I do social media management and content creation for businesses in my community. And so, yeah, life's super busy. So I can get a chance to actually, and then my wife was out of town this weekend because she went to EDC in Las Vegas. So I was just with the teenagers. I had to wrangle them. I took them everywhere. I had their friends come over. It was a busy weekend, so I didn't get time to really announce this. But I'm like, you know what? Start sloppy. That's the best thing you can do. And that's what I did. Because this is what I want to do. And I'm not going to just keep holding it up because things aren't perfect. So Dev, she says 6 p.m. Okay, cool. So it's almost 9 a.m. here. So nice. I hope you're having a relaxing evening over there in France, Bev. But okay, so next. what is the purpose of this live stream, and what are we going to be discussing? Well, the purpose of this, like I said earlier, is to connect with the community. I think this. I love YouTube. I'm so grateful for the beloved supporters I have on this channel, and this gives me an opportunity to kind of talk to you a little bit live, get to know me in a live fashion, not from an edited video, because I could cut a lot of things out on that video that aren't really myself or things I don't think are going to be fun to watch. But this gives us a way to connect with each other on a live basis. I know I'm dragging this thing out, but anyways, and what else? To discuss things, like maybe we could talk about Metal Monday, what's upcoming, what races are coming up, what races were going on. Let's see, I could bring on guests because I love talking to other people and talking about their journey. We could talk about anything, whatever. My own personal running goals, your running goals. We could talk about all news and running, whatever. We'll figure it out as we go on. But as again, start sloppy, like Bev said. Any start is better than no start. That's right, Bev. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for being here. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So any start is better than no start. Let me get a drink because I've been talking a lot and my mouth is dry. By the way, this is my A6 bottle. I got this from an LA Marathon Ambassador meetup last season. They gave us all these little cool bottles. Let's see if they'll focus on that. Probably won't. Yep, there it is. Bam. So I love it. It's one of my favorite things. And I love A6 because they are not only, I love their brand, I love everything they do, and they're the main sponsor of the LA Marathon. So 2 good reasons to love them. All right. Thank you for being here, Bev. I appreciate it. And anyone else that is watching, not either in the live stream, but on the recording. So that is the purpose of this live stream. And also, I want to have a topic every week. I don't want to just, I want to bring some value to you as a watcher, or even if you're watching live or in the recording. So, next, going on to that, today's topic. Okay, today's topic is different running goals. So when it comes to topics of this live stream, sometimes I might think of it that morning, like I did today. I was driving the kids to school and I go, what am I going to talk about in today's live stream? And I kind of have to refer to my own experiences, because right now I'm kind of in the middle of goals, running goals. The LA Marathon just finished a couple months ago. I'm super busy building the business and stuff like that, so it's hard. I'm in a season of I don't really have a running goal. I have a race in mind that I want to do, but I want to see if that fits my schedule. And right now, my main thing is to support the family. I got to bring in money for the family, so the business right now is taking up a lot of my time. But I need to, one thing I've always said to myself, and I told people, you've got to put something on the calendar, and I think I need to take my own advice. So I want to find a race, put it on the calendar, but it got me thinking anyways, what are like different running goals other than just getting a PR or going to a race? And I made a list of these things. And so the first thing is, if you don't have, think about the season you're in. If you're like me and you're super busy and you can't like train to qualify for Boston at the moment, there's so many different goals you can do. Oh my God, let me get another drink. My mouth is dry. So, first one I came up with is, of course, races. There are so many different types of races going on. There's 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, ultras, or fun runs. Things like that. Whatever you want to do. If you want to just say, you know what, I'm going to do, my goal is to just do this particular race. For example, I want to do the Boston Marathon. That is my big running goal as of now. I want to qualify for it. I want to be there. I want to experience all of Boston Marathon. I want to get that coveted BQ status that many people have. So tell me in the chat, what are your running race goals? Do you have any race goals right now that you want to get to? Tell me in the chat or leave a comment below. So that's one thing. You could have a race goal, like Boston Marathon. Or maybe you have a friend that just finished his 6-star, he's a 6-star major finisher. He finished all the majors in the world. The 6 marathon majors, which is Tokyo, Berlin, Boston, New York, Chicago, and I think, did I say Tokyo? No, it's, gee, what's that last one? They just did it. Geez, let's see, Boston, Chicago, New York, Berlin, Tokyo, and London. Bam. London. That's the 6 majors. I had a friend that just finished that. What a big accomplishment that would be. So that's with races. Next is a PR. Maybe you just want to get a PR in a race. Like right now, I want to get a PR, but I want to get a sub 4. That is my current marathon PR, and it has been a long time going with this. I've tried this thing for a year, and again, busy season, so I haven't been able to put as much work into it as I'd like to. What does Bev say? She says she's doing her first 50K ultra 11th on June 11th. 50K, that is like, I think that's 32 miles. Something like that, something along that range. But that's an awesome goal. I did my first ultra a couple years ago. It was a 54 miler, and I'm telling you, Bev, it was rough. I mean, that last 5K, you can see the video. I think it was, I made a video, it's called my first ultra, or I forgot what it's called. But anyways, I did it with the Skid Row Running Club here in Los Angeles. And man, so I think, so you're doing your first 50K. That is going to be amazing. You have less than a month, and I'm sure you're ready. You've probably been putting a lot of work into it. And I can't wait to hear all about it. Are you going to document it? Do you ever do, I don't think you do videos. I went to your channel. I don't think you do videos, but maybe you should think about documenting that. That'd be fun to see. But yeah, so when it comes to goals, let's see, let me get this, okay. Yeah. So when it comes to goals, geez, let me learn how to work this thing. Okay, so there's races, there's PRs, like I just mentioned. So what is your next PR? Leave in the comments below. I want to hear all about it. Next is, let's see, let me get to my notes here. Building community. That's a big goal. Building community. It's not, you don't have to be at a race just to get a PR. Building running community is fantastic, and I'm telling you, when I first started, I didn't know, I went on Instagram. Instagram is, by the way, my favorite platform when it comes to running, other than YouTube. The community on the Instagram running community is so fantastic, and when I first started running, I started like, I think the next day, after my first marathon, I went to Instagram, like, oh my God, look at all these running accounts. Like, people actually share their running journey? Like, what? I was so shocked by that. And so I started doing that. And and the people I've met just through Instagram, here in the local area of LA, it's like you see them and you're like celebrities. You actually get to meet them in person. A lot of them are fellow LA Marathon ambassadors. I used to look up to them so much. Like, oh my gosh. So then when you go to these races, you actually get to meet them in person. So that is a great running goal, is just to build community, because community is, I think that's what it's all about, is you get to know people, they cheer you on. When you go to the races, it's like when you're doing these sometimes these long 26.2 miles, they have these booths set up and you actually get to see your friends along the course. And that's so much fun. So let's see, what does Bev have to say? She says, fortunately I have to work, but we'll listen later. Well, thanks for stopping by, Bev. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Have a good day at work, or good evening at work. But anyways, okay, back to the topics. Okay, yeah, so building community, could not emphasize that more. That is a fantastic way of having a running goal. So you don't have to be fast, you don't have to have the most races, but just building community, fantastic. The next one is experiences. Maybe you just want to have experiences. Maybe you were like me and you spent 15 years doing absolutely like nothing noteworthy, and you woke up one day, so you know what, I'm gonna get to know, I'm gonna live my life more. And I discovered running, and I want to get to know what's this running thing all about? Like, who are these people? What are these? Like, there's so many different races and so many different areas. You could use them as destination races. You should, like I said, the 6-star majors. That's an opportunity for you to see the whole world, or different areas of the world, all through running. So experiences. That's another running goal when it comes to another goal when it comes to running. And lastly, volunteering. Maybe you just want to be a volunteer. Maybe you don't even like running. Maybe you're like, I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. I've never experienced a running high. I just don't get it. But yet, I want to help. And that's where volunteering comes into place. So for example, my wife and I, we have a cheer booth at mile 20 at the LA Marathon every year. We have bells, we have waters, we have snacks, we have volunteers. Last year we got about 15 kids just from our community. It was from our high school community, and they helped. And that was amazing. So, and it's funny, one of our friends named Dawn, she's like a family to us. She's always, like Dawn and Soraya, those are the two volunteer leads, because Jenny and I are running the marathon, so we can't be there. And so they lead it. Those two don't have any interest in running. They don't care, but they love to be there to help. They know that we need them, and that is enough for them, and that is appreciated. So being a volunteer definitely is something that you can do within the running community without having to go through all the sweat and the pain that us runners go through. But that's it. That's just a few of the topics that I came up with as a goals for running. So let me know in the chat or in the comments, are there any goals that you wish that you could think of that you want to accomplish through running that maybe you haven't done yet, but maybe you want to do, or maybe there's a few things that I missed that you could add some value to this community by leaving in the comments below. So that's that. This was fun. 21 minutes of live streaming. And this took me about, 45 minutes to set up, because it's my first time and I have to make sure the camera is right and all that stuff. And I'm really happy with how it looks so far. But yeah, that's that. I'm Anthony. I'm going to have my next video is probably about here, hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. I'm focusing on LA Running Club. That's what the next video is going to be. I'm trying to get more videos out, but as I said, life is busy, but I still love YouTube. Is my favorite platform. I met so many wonderful people through this platform, and I actually have a video coming out very soon that's actually going to talk about how YouTube has affected my life, and a kind of a surprise that I got at the LA Marathon, which blew my mind. But that video is in the works. Again, if you want to support, please head over to Run for Grace. That's our nonprofit. We're slowly building the channel over there, but not much right now. Support my wife over on BSG Athlete. And yeah. So if you're able to watch this either in the live stream or in person or afterwards, I appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to probably be doing this every Monday. I'm hoping about 8 a.m. Between 8 and 9, something like that. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, let me end this. Okay, so I'm Anthony, reminding you to keep running for your best life. I'll see you next time, next Monday, live stream. Bye-bye.